Yo, really quickly before we get started, please don't skip. It's not like a plug. Just sub to me, I promise. I have an upcoming video where I'm having the community rank the balance of all the characters in MultiVersus. So I just recently put out a poll on my YouTube channel that has the link to this form. And on this form, you basically just rate the balance of the characters. It's super quick. It should only take you like 2 minutes. I just put out this poll like 12 minutes ago and it already has 34 responses right now, which is super cool. If you guys want to be a part of the video that's upcoming and just kind of put your opinion out there, because I think it would be really cool to see like the entire community come together to vote on this and get like, I think like at least a few thousand votes would be really cool. That's my goal. Kind of unrealistic, but I'd like to shoot for that. The more people that actually interact with this poll as well, the more people that it will be shown to on YouTube's homepage. So the more players that we can get to vote in this poll, the more accurate those results will be. So in this video, I wanted to talk about the 3 biggest problems in MultiVersus. It's kind of a subjective thing, but for the most part, I feel like the entire community agrees generally on most of these things. Now, this video is like negative in nature, but I want to intend it as more of a constructive criticism type of thing instead of just like complaining, because I really have a lot of love for this game and I really do want to see it succeed. And I have a lot of love for the dev team behind this, you know, and how public they've been and like actually caring about the community. It's super refreshing to see a community that cares, or I mean a dev team that cares. So the number 1 on this list for me is the up slashes in this game and how overtuned they feel. Every single up slash ability in the game that's like an actual up slash, like Harley's, like Bugs, like Batman's, like just all the characters that have a basic up slash ability, it feels so unbelievably overtuned above every other ability in the game. They all feel like they're the most powerful move on their character. And I mean, like tell me that the most powerful attack on Bugs is not his up slash. Tell me with a straight face that Bugs up slash is balanced, or that Harley's up slash is balanced. You can't. Those things hit you up so far, even at like lower percentages. They're so fast, you can chain them extremely easily. They're really just incredibly overpowered. And it's not like a character specific thing, because like I said, it's every character that has an up slash ability. It feels like it's their strongest move and their best KO option. I love the verticality of this game, don't get me wrong. I think that the main difference like between this game and Smash is that this game feels, the way one of my friends put it is that he says it feels more floaty, and I actually think that's like a really accurate, all right, see you, Harley. I think that's a really accurate way of putting it, is that the game feels more floaty. I love the verticality of the game and like how much more potential there is to do stuff in the air. I think that's a super cool part of the game, and I think it's what makes the game feel more like competitive and like skill requiring kind of. But with great verticality in a game like this comes the ability to just chain up slashes for 30 minutes, and it doesn't really matter what the other person does. There's no getting out of it. And I know that like I already know there's gonna be a ton of comments on this video that like everything I say that people are just gonna respond skill issue, because that's, I mean, I'm guilty of that. I love responding to people with skill issue. The up slashes are just extremely good. I want the up slashes to be nerfed ideally. That would be my like solution. I just think that all the up slashes in the game that just have like a base knockback should receive a nerf. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I just think that it needs to be like more in line with the other abilities in the game, because right now, if you want to go for a KO, your best option is to up slash. And I think that it would add a lot more variety to the KOs. I'd be really interested to see the breakdown for the amount of KOs on different parts of the map, because I bet you if you looked at like the amount of KOs on the left and right side of the map versus the top of the map, I feel like those percentages would be a little bit concerning. Maybe I'm wrong though, you know, I'm not a dev. This is all just based on my personal experience. Anyway, let's get into the second thing that I wanted to talk about. This one's a little bit more like self-explanatory, but the servers are just still pretty concerning. The servers aren't good. Specifically the servers for crossplay, like when you're going from Xbox to, you know, PC, or Xbox to PlayStation, or whatever it may be. I personally play on PC, and I know a lot of my friends have turned off the crossplay option in their settings, because whenever they load into a crossplay lobby, it's super laggy and like kind of unplayable. I have experienced a lot of times when I'll load into a lobby with like instantly I know it's just gonna be a laggy lobby because the other player is on like PlayStation or something. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, this is gonna be a 2-bar game. It's not all the time, but the servers are just really concerning. Like I'll have my editor throw up a clip right now of a little thing that Steven did to me the other day that I was just like blown away, man, that it literally, he won the game just because of that. When people are winning games just purely because the servers are like really garbage, that's kind of a problem. Now, this is something that isn't like as easily fixed. Like the only solution is to just get better servers, right? Which isn't as simple like as just getting better servers. I'm sure that there's a lot that goes into it on the dev side of things, and I'm sure that it's, you know, hard to pull off. Just, you know, you can't go buy more servers or something. Like it's not that simple. But I don't know, I just think that a big thing that's holding this game back from kind of being a real like competitive game, and I definitely would love to see it before ranked comes out ideally, because ranked is coming out and I'm very excited for that, because I want to have something to like actually grind. Grinding ones is fun, but like without a real ranking system, when you're just going over the MMR, like it's not super rewarding to sit and grind like it is for a real ranked system on a game. We're not going to have a ranked system with these servers because it's just not like actually competitive. Oh, GG. The last thing I want to talk about is the overall like lack of logic in this game. The first thing is the speed of characters. They don't match the characters. I don't know if they were going for like matching the characters and logic of their own universe, for example, like, oh, well, Batman should be bulletproof or something, or he should be stronger because, you know, he is in the movies and stuff like that, or if they were going for just like game balance by itself. I think it was probably a mix of both, but it doesn't really make sense how they decided on some of the characters like roles or how they decided on some of their like speeds. Like Batman is the fastest character in the game, which doesn't make much sense to me because you have characters like Harley Quinn and Arya that are lighter, you know, assassin type characters, whereas Batman is a bruiser, right? So you'd think that the bruisers are more of like a slow, like powerhouse type character, kind of a cross between tanks and assassins. Like they should be the midpoint between tanks and assassins. When in reality, Batman is the fastest character in the game and has faster attacks. Like not only does he have faster movement speed than anyone in the game, but his attacks themselves are only like rivaled in speed by like Shaggy and Finn. And that's a little weird to me as well, because like Batman's supposed to like hit hard, use a lot of gadgets, stuff like that. But in reality, his only gadget is his battering. I guess you could count his grappling hook, but it's just kind of a recovery thing. So I was expecting him to have like batterings, to have like a blaster he can use, you know, maybe a trank dart that puts him to sleep or something. In reality, all he has is his battering and then just a bunch of punches. And like, that's just one character. There's other characters like Arya's doesn't make much sense because she's the slowest character in the game. Or I think Iron Giant is actually the slowest, but she's like second slowest or something like that. She's in the top 3 slowest. I know that for sure, which doesn't make sense to me. Like, how is Arya? She's the youngest and lightest character out of everyone on that cast. She has the lowest weight statistically in the game. She is the lowest on weight out of anybody. She gets KO'd the easiest, but then she's also like top 3 slowest characters, which doesn't, like, you'd expect that from a tank, right? Like she's up there with Iron Giant in movement speed. That's concerning for an assassin type character. Why is an assassin in the bottom 3 movement speed? And same with Harley. Harley is also very slow. I also don't understand why assassins have a debuff on them to take 14% more damage. Now it's 5%, but even that, like even 5% feels really weird. I think the best one is just buff the movement speed and make like a class perk on them that's like assassins have a 10% faster movement speed as a base. And then it's like assassins take 10% more damage as a base. It kind of adds that like glass cannon, high risk, high reward kind of play style that an assassin should have. Like that makes sense for an assassin, right? I think that's the solution there. But I feel like also assassins are literally the only class that have like an intrinsic statistic on their class. Like it's not like bruisers have a 5% slower ground speed. Tanks, you know, are 5% heavier than anyone else. Assassins are the only one, which I think is weird because they shouldn't just have like this weird random perk when no one else has that. And it's just the assassin class that gets that applied to it. If you're playing a tank character, there should be things that apply only to tanks besides just like in general tanks are slow, or like in general assassins have swords. Like that's, I feel like there should be an intrinsic perk on every single class. That'd be super cool to see. The last thing I wanted to talk about that kind of falls into like the logical problems in the game section is just the fact that the MMR system is like impressively bad. This is coming from somebody that's I played around 150 hours right now. I think a little bit over 150. That's all been in the last couple weeks because like this game has not been out very long. The 1v1 MMR, it's really, really bad. Probably gonna come off as the biggest point that I made that's gonna sound like I'm just like and just complaining, but I'm concerned for ranked coming out because if the ranked system is as bad as the MMR system, there's going to be like a really, really big problem with ranked and nobody's going to want to even grind it. I'm still going to be grinding it no matter what because I like ranked modes. In every game ever, my favorite thing to do is ranked. It's just what I enjoy the most. I like playing for something and feeling like I'm actually like got something when I win, even if it's not like money or something, obviously, because I'm not like that good. It's just like I like playing and ranking up and grinding for something. I like feeling like there's a purpose to me playing besides just doing nothing. And now people are going to be like, oh, but you should just be playing to have fun. But like to me, having fun is playing ranked and winning, playing really well and winning a game and seeing the rank go up, you know? That's fun to me. But the 1v1 MMR system is just, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't like function well. You win 5 games in a row and you'll be going up like a total of maybe like 20 spots within those 5 games. And then like you lose one game and you're down literally thousands of spots. And I'm not even a high enough rank. Like I understand that happening at like top 10 ranks or something, but like I'll be in literally top 1K and then like I'll win a game and I'll go from like 1062 to like 1059, and then I'll lose a game and it'll go to like 6075. It literally makes me not want to play. Like I'll go on a winning streak of like 7-8 game winning streak and I'll be feeling good, and then I'll lose one game and lose all of the progress that I made during that win streak. It just makes me want to get off because it's like I really just played for 30 minutes, won every game, to lose all of that progress by losing one single game. So I can't really test the 2v2 MMR. Someone can let me know if the 2v2 MMR is like really good and makes a lot of sense, and you know, maybe it's just the 1v1 system that's bad. As of right now, the rank system, in my opinion, is just really, really not good. There we go. Again, I know this video is just gonna sound like a bunch of complaining. There's really no way around that. And I know that no matter how many times I try to explain where it's coming from, people are still gonna be like, stop complaining. All you do is complain, blah, blah, blah. I try to stay positive in a lot of my videos, and it's pretty easy to do. I love this game. I really do have a ton of fun. There are problems with the game, and the only way to get those problems fixed is to talk about them. Hope that it resonates with enough people in the community that the devs start to notice it. And the devs really, really do care about the game. Like, it's very clear from the way that they handle their social media platforms, the way that they handle the game, the changes that they've already made. So I just kind of try to put my opinion out there, see if you guys agree with me, disagree with me. If I'm in like the vast minority and everybody disagrees with me, that's cool. That means that it's a personal thing and the game's fine. But I don't know. I just kind of want to put my thoughts out there. Right now, there's 74 responses on the poll. So I've been filming for 37 minutes. So that's pretty cool to see the difference from the beginning to now. Again, please guys, go vote in the poll. Even if you don't like me or you don't want to sub to me, whatever it may be, I just want to get a bunch of responses in the poll so I can kind of see the community's opinion. I'm super, super interested in like the MultiVersus community and seeing what everybody thinks and stuff. So yeah, go vote in this poll. Again, the link will be in the description of this video. I'll probably pin a comment with it as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to check out this video right here. Some more gameplay, stuff like that. And subscribe if you're new and want to see more videos from me personally. Not every video is like this. I just wanted to kind of do a talking video and talk about the game, the state of the game. So yeah, peace out, guys.